Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Lumley's World of Weather. Clicked onto long range weather forecast discussion for February 27th to March 11th. The period for February 27th to March 3rd. The flow is forecast to consist of a ridge here near the Aleutians, Gulf of Alaska, and we have a trough here, and we have a ridge along the East Coast. Relatively flat flow is forecast across the nation. And you're looking at the GFS, and I go through each day, and you see that we have the ridge along the East Coast, southwest flow in the east, and then we come to the third, we see a little change. Now this GFS ensembles, European deterministic, European ensembles, and the Canadian, all showing generally the same pattern. Mild to locally heavy rainfall is forecast across the lower Mississippi Valley. There is a potential for some severe weather for this region. Precipitation is also forecast for the Midwest. The east will once again warm up with temperatures above normal. Most of the west will be dry except for the northwest. We're going to look now at the period for March 2nd to the 6th. And here we are at the 2nd. The second, we still have our ridge here, and we have our trough here across much of Canada, west central U.S. Still have our ridge along the East Coast with a southwest flow, and I go through each day. You start seeing the ridge sliding eastwards. This is an indication of a change that will be occurring, and we're going to go now to the 6th. Flow is still flat, but we still have an area below normal heights that moves into the northeast. So then we look at the rest of the models. They're showing generally the same thing. Here's our ridge across the Caribbean. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting below normal temperatures here, above normal temperatures across much of this region here. Across here, I'm forecasting anomalies be 2 to 6 degrees below normal, and here, forecast anomalies be 2 to 4 degrees above normal. For precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation for Washington and for northern New England and New York. And we have below normal precipitation forecast for California, the Four Corners, into the Southern Plains. Now we're going to look at the period for March 7th to the 11th. And one thing I want to note, here is the stratospheric warming. I don't know if you can see it occurring here. Now, in the past, we had about maybe 3 events of stratospheric warming that haven't worked in favor for the east and getting cold here all winter long. And I think this time there is a better chance for this to happen. And things should line up great. You can see here, here's the temperature and winds across much of the northern U.S. and the northeast and mid-Atlantic. And the models do show this. So I'm going to slide this over a little bit, and we're going to go to the 7th. Now you can see we have our ridge. You can see we have our ridge here along the west. Here's our trough. This is the GFS. We also have blocking developing here near Greenland. We have above normal heights here. And then I go to the end of the period. And this is the GFS. And then we look at GFS ensembles, European. I'm really impressed with the European. It's showing us very well. And then we have the Canadian. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures here, and here I'm forecasting anomalies to be 3 to 12 degrees above normal. Below normal temperatures forecast for this region. I think it might be extend further westward here. Forecasting anomalies would be 3 to 6 degrees below normal. And for precipitation, forecasting above normal precipitation for Washington and Oregon, and below normal precipitation forecast for the Southern Rockies and Texas. So that is a long-range weather forecast discussion for February 27th to March 11th. Thank you for coming to Jim Lumley's World of Weather, and have a good day.